Welcome to Master Your Mindset. Today we explore a story about time, a magic stone, and the high cost of waiting. Time is the most valuable currency we possess, yet it is the one resource we often squander with reckless abandon. Let us journey into a fable about a young boy named Jake who learned a painful lesson about procrastination's heavy price. In a quiet village lived Jake, a boy with potential but cursed with a habit that held him back every day. Jake was known throughout the town not for his skills, but for his incredible ability to delay every single task indefinitely. His schoolwork piled up high like a mountain, and his chores remained undone, gathering dust in the corners of his room. Whenever faced with a responsibility, Jake would simply shrug his shoulders and say the dangerous words, "I will do it tomorrow." While his friends played and learned new skills, Jake spent his days idling, believing that time was an infinite resource forever. Jake had a grandfather who was wise and wealthy, a man who understood the secrets of success and the flow of time. The old man watched his grandson with concern, knowing that unless Jake changed his ways, his future would be filled with regret. One sunny morning, the grandfather called Jake to his study, a room filled with ancient books and ticking clocks on walls. He looked at the lazy boy and decided to teach him a lesson that words alone could never truly convey effectively. The grandfather pulled out a small dark object from his pocket. It was a black stone that seemed to absorb the light. He whispered to Jake that this was a magic stone with the incredible power to turn any piece of iron into gold. Jake's eyes widened with greed and excitement. He imagined all the toys and sweets he could buy with that much gold. However, the grandfather set a strict condition. He would lend the stone to Jake, but only for exactly 24 hours. By sunset the next day, the grandfather would return from his journey and take the magic stone back from the boy. This was the chance of a lifetime. Jake simply needed to gather scrap iron and touch it with the black stone. The old man handed over the heavy stone, looked at Jake one last time, and departed for his trip to the city. Now alone with the artifact, Jake felt a rush of power. He was holding the key to endless riches in his hand. He thought about running to the market immediately to buy scrap iron, but he felt a sudden wave of hunger pangs. Jake looked at the clock and reasoned that he had plenty of time left. There was absolutely no need to rush. He sat down and ate a large meal, enjoying every bite slowly, completely forgetting the urgency of the task at hand. After eating so much, his eyelids felt heavy. He decided that a short nap would give him energy for the work. He lay down on his soft bed and fell into a deep sleep, clutching the magic stone tightly in his hand. The sun rose the next morning, casting bright light into the room. Jake woke up, stretching his arms and yawning loudly. He remembered the stone, but felt hungry again. He decided to have a hearty breakfast before starting his quest for iron. He spent hours eating and daydreaming about the gold he would make, wasting the precious morning hours in pure idleness. By the time he finished, the sun was high in the sky. The heat made him feel lazy and incredibly drowsy. He told himself he would rest for just one more hour, then he would definitely go out and find the iron. Jake fell asleep again, deeper this time. The hours ticked away relentlessly while the boy snored, oblivious to the passing time. Outside, the shadows grew longer as the afternoon faded. The golden opportunity was slipping away with every breath he took, sleeping. The sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, signaling the day's end. Jake suddenly jolted awake. He looked at the window and saw the darkening sky. Panic surged through his veins like ice. He realized he had slept through the entire day. He had not gathered a single piece of iron to turn into gold. Desperate, he grabbed the stone and sprinted out of the house, running towards the market to find any scrap metal available. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him, gasping for air, hoping to find just one piece of iron. But as he reached the gate, he saw his grandfather standing there. The sun had completely set behind the distant hills. The grandfather looked at the breathless boy with a sad smile. He extended his hand, waiting for the stone to be returned. Jake begged for just one more hour, but the grandfather shook his head. The agreed time was over, and the deal expired. The old man took the black stone back. Jake was left with nothing but his regret and the darkness of night. Jake learned the hard way that time waits for no one. Opportunities are fleeting moments that vanish if not seized immediately. Procrastination is the thief of dreams. By thinking there is always later, we lose the precious gift of the present moment. If you do not value your time, time will not value you. Do not say you will do it later. Do it now. Thank you for watching Master Your Mindset. Subscribe for more stories that help you grow. Master your time, master your life.